Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our November 12th board meeting. If you would, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening and welcome. For those of you that have not been here before, welcome to the Beech Grove City Schools board meeting. This is the best part of the board meeting, not that the rest isn't incredibly interesting, but this is the part where we get to honor the kids, the why, the reason that we're here. So we're going to start. Mr. Adamson, would you like to begin with our students of the month? What I would like you to do after they are awarded their certificate and their really cool award, we're going to go right here to take a picture while the next principal comes up. And then in between, when we're finished, families, you can come up and take photos. We'll let you know on that. Okay.
So Hornet Park's Student of the Month is Kendall Showrecker. Kendall is the kind of kid that, as you can see, is always smiling and is kind of quietly always doing the right thing. Kendall has caught my attention several times this year when I've been in class because she sneaks over to help students. And she has, I'll read what I wrote in a second, but she just has a really good sense for doing the right thing. So, Kendall is a genuinely curious student that seeks to help out others. I have observed her helping her classmates multiple times while I was in her class. None of these times was she asked to help or was she disruptive to the class. Kendall is mature beyond her years and has a sense of when to step up and help those in need. Kendall asks great questions in class and exemplifies the Hornet way. Mr. Adams. Kendall is such a sweet girl who doesn't hesitate to help out others. She is dependable, kind, and respectful in the classroom. Kendall is the first one to participate in activities and works hard on her school work. She is a pleasure to have in class. Way to be a Hornet. Mrs. Doran. Kendall is such a smart girl who is always working to do her best. She sets a fabulous example in her classroom, and I adore her creativity in art class. Ms. Schweitzer. Kendall is a sweet girl who is always helping others. She continually has a smile on her face. Mrs. Gillespie. Way to go, Kendall.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Stephanie Cotter, the principal at South Grove Elementary School, and this is Miss Peyton Ruth. Peyton is a fourth grader at South Grove, and she was nominated by Mrs. Kaufman, her homeroom teacher. I remember Peyton, though, when she was a first grader, she would come to our school events with her brother, and she would always say, Miss Cotter, I get to be a second grader next year. And now she is a fourth grader, so it's super exciting. Mrs. Pfeiffer shared some wonderful things. She said, I was so thrilled to hear about Peyton being chosen for Student of the Month. I've had the pleasure of knowing and teaching Peyton for almost 3 years. It has been wonderful to watch her make strides socially and academically. Peyton has always been a sweet soul, and I am so proud of her. I know she works hard and always gives her best. Way to go, Pei. You make us Hornet proud. Ms. Kaufman had a lot to say, which was super sweet. She said, I've had the privilege of watching Peyton Ruth grow so much this year. She continually seeks challenges for herself and wants to grow. Every time she writes, she always exceeds expectations and quietly calls me over to read her writing and eagerly asks, what do you think? What can I do better? Peyton wants to try new things and put herself out there. For example, she asked to record the advertisement for our school food drive. She typically gets embarrassed speaking in front of the class, but one day I found a little note tucked into my lesson plan book from her asking me if she could be chosen to do it. It's that quiet little confidence that I see growing in her that I love. Mrs. Kaufman went on to say, but my favorite part is that she is the mother hen of my classroom. Peyton takes all new students under her wing. I put students beside her that I know need a little love and care. If someone shares a negative comment about themselves, she'll say, "That's not true. You're beautiful or smart or funny," or whatever they need to hear to make themselves feel better. Mrs. Cobbin said if I were her parents, I'd be super proud of her because she has that internal motivation that is going to help her succeed in life. Peyton is beautiful, smart, and funny, but she also makes the people around her feel that in their hearts too. She's always advocating for herself and others. She'll stand up in a strong manner, but it's not just to benefit her. She wants everyone to do their best. She wants all people to play basketball the correct way. She wants life to be fair, and she wants no one to be left out. I'm not sure if I ever want to teach a class again without Miss Peyton Ruth. Congratulations, Peyton. We're proud of you.
Central Intermediate Student of the Month is Mr. Colton Potter. Colton is an exemplar student around Central Intermediate. You can often see this young man just headed to class, big smile on his face. He is also one of our student athletes. He plays for the 6th grade basketball team. So not only does Mr. Potter maintain a strong GPA, he's also doing it while balancing athletics and everything else that life has to throw at him. So he was an easy choice for Student of the Month. He was actually nominated by Ms. Schmidt, his homeroom teacher, and I will read what she wrote. She said, "Colton is very respectful and a hardworking young man. He is always present and ready to learn. He takes time to always help others when they are in need without being told or even asked to do so. He's involved in Beech Grove sports, playing on the 6th grade basketball team. Colton works very hard in class and has the grades to back it up. Central Intermediate is a better place with Colton Potter." Good job, Colton.
All right, Ms. Keena Wallace, come on up. So just a little bit about Keena before I read what Mr. Sutton had to say. Has a smile that's going to change the world. It is infectious. To go along with the smile is the attitude. I will just tell you, she's one of the most upbeat people that I've ever met. Whether it's challenging times, whether it's good times, you really don't know, because Keena is always going to have that easygoing smile that's going to make somebody's day. So she is a tremendous young lady, and we are thrilled to honor her as our Student of the Month. Mr. Sutton stated, "Every morning, Keena greets me with her infectious smile and a genuine good morning. Keena is a very dedicated student and always works to achieve her best. Doing well in school is an important priority for Keena. Besides being an excellent student, Keena is also a young lady who always displays the highest level of integrity. She is trusted by her classmates and teachers and always treats others with respect. Keena is a person that quietly helps others when she sees a need. I have no doubt that whatever path Keena chooses in life, she will be sure to make a difference in the world." Thank you, Keena. We've got a little extra gift for Keena here today, so I will let her describe what is on the gift. It is one of her favorites at Beech Grove Middle School. So if you could just go ahead and let people know what you see there on this ornament here.
Oh my God, I love this. It's a little picture of an elf with Mr. Jones, vice principal's face on it that says, "Hey, congrats, happy holidays, and go low."
What's GOLO?
I don't think I really know.
Oh, come on now. Growth, ownership, leadership,
Outstanding.
and serving others. So it is part of our mission. So Mr. Jones will forever be remembered as the cheerleader that got one side to say go and the other side to say low, right? You remember that? Okay.
I love you guys.
So, we thank you and we love you. Row. Real profit. Okay, so you have two teachers who made such kind comments about you, but it wasn't just limited to two. You were actually nominated by the entire social studies department. So, first of all, let's start with one of your social studies teachers, right? Mrs. Lalage. Mrs. Lalage says, Roe is an excellent student who always has proven her passion for history and commitment to achieving great results in AP U.S. history. Roe is very detail-oriented, and you can know that by looking at her planner because she always has it characterized by a never-ending list of to-do. Roe is great, and having her as a student has been an absolute joy in my class. And Mr. Bush, math teacher, Roe Prophet is an incredible young woman who inspires everyone around her, whether she's tackling tough classes like dual credit calculus or leading our drama program as president, stage manager, and student director. Roe always gives everything that she has 110%. She's the go-to person when something needs to be done, and she always does it with a level of care and organization that amazes me. But what really sets Roe apart is her resilience. Even when faced with challenges, she never lets anything hold her back. Roe is the kind of person who lifts up all those around her, and I couldn't be prouder to celebrate her as the BGHS Student of the Month. On behalf of all your teachers, I would like to recognize you, Roe, as being selected as our Student of the Month. Congratulations.
Hey, Ro, can you share with all of us what's happening next weekend?
Yes, please do that.
Sweeney Todd is happening from the 21st, 22nd to 23rd, if you want to come see.
It's a Sweeney Todd play.
The musical.
Or, I'm sorry, the musical.
Yeah.
Okay, good evening. I have the pleasure of introducing our October offered insurance athlete of the month. One of our athletes is unable to be here tonight because she's currently at Whiteland High School playing girls basketball. That would be Layla Cranfield. She was nominated by her cross-country coach. Layla's a hardworking three-sport athlete. She leads by example and is not afraid to work hard when she's asked to. She bought into the team goal and was the 15th individual to make it out of sectionals and 10th in the conference. So if everybody's keeping track, I believe that was 3 cross-country athletes from the girls team that got athletes of the month, so that's awesome. But I would like to call up now Coach Wiltsey and Dakota Sinners. So Dakota is our other athlete of the month for October. Dakota was nominated by his soccer coach, and he stated, Dakota was the best player in our team all year. He plays the most unforgiving position as our goalie. Even after a win this season, he went to sectional game ready to do what it takes to win. He had many big saves to keep us in the game as he has done all season. So I can attest to this. Dakota has made leaps and bounds, I think, maturity-wise too, from his time in Beech Grove. He's now a senior, will be graduating. I've always admired also the way he goes into games knowing we're at a disadvantage, but he takes it on the chin and he works really hard. And honestly, I think there's been countless times where the opposing coach has always said, like, wow, like you have a really, really talented goalie. We struggled to kind of put the team around him to kind of build off of that. So I just want to thank him for all this time and effort he's put in as a soccer player here at Beech Grove High School. I'll pass it over to Coach Wilson and say a few words too.
Yeah, off what he said, we had a change in coaching. I took over mid-year, and that can be hard. Transition's hard. I think his voice and his leadership was a big reason why it was a smoother transition, and his confidence as a goalie, also his leadership on the team, was really important for the boys getting behind my message and my goals, because they were very different to what they had before. So it was a long transition, but we improved all year, and we ended with a great game. So it's all because of him.
Yeah.
Okay, this is when we can take a break, and families, if you would like to take time, you have a photo here, a photo anywhere, that is your time to do that right now. And you're welcome to stay after, or you may leave.
See the Back, we'll start with Ms. Garman.
Wow, I'm still on. Basically, what I really want to point out is our Thanksgiving dinner. So anyone that's listening is tomorrow night. If you have not RSVP'd, don't stress about that, anybody. We want you there. We always make some more meals for this, so someone didn't let us know they were coming or whatever. Right now, we've got some really nice numbers, and we're really hoping that, as a reminder, everyone will come. So make sure everybody reminds anybody else that has RSVP to come. It's from 4 to 6, and you don't have to come at 4. You can come anytime between 4 and 6 o'clock.
Do you need anybody else to work?
So I think right now, we have just enough. I've got names, though, that I'm grabbing, and I know you've given me some extra names, and that I'm going to put, because we know that people don't show up. And right now, Clara is doing an incredible job with it, and she's got a lot of help already, and she has really organized it, just slightly different, but I think it's going to be really successful. But you never know about help. So we're not going to turn it down. So I'll be there tomorrow if you guys want to check, but I think we're good. I think we're good. At least we have a good crew.
And we have like over 400 people.
We have 433 RSVPs. We told Clara, we said, 250 maybe. So we're like, okay, we're jogging back. We do know after the community dinner, the community day that we had May 1st, that we probably had 350, and we probably lost 100 that didn't come. So, but we don't know what to expect. So we're hopeful, but we want the crowd. We're prepared for it. So tell everybody. I don't want another 200 probably. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that would be wonderful. So, and we've got a lot of great student helpers. We've got our JRTC. We've got the middle school's National Honor Society. We've got fourth grade team. We've got, I don't want to leave anyone out because we have a lot of teams. There was the fourth grade team. We've got the central team. So we've got a lot of great kids helping out as well. And everything else has happened, but you guys can read over there and ask any questions if you need.
I missed it, I started doing something. Did you give them an update on the amazing turnout for the Coke giveaway?
No, I did not.
Oh,
So we had, and here's what I will say, what really strikes me at this Coke giveaway. We all met some of the kindest, nicest humans that came, and that's probably what I took away, is just the fellowship for us of people coming in to get coats. And what I think was so neat, I guess is my fancy word, is people came in, there was a lot of people there, walked slowly up to the coats, saw other people looking for coats, said, excuse me, there was coats inside, people were helping each other. It was a gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. If anybody remembers the day, it was that like 70-degree, the leaves were orange and reds and yellows behind us there with a little creek, if we will, and it was neat. It was a really neat day. We had some music, and we were all just out there just enjoying everyone. All the coats were gone. That was the hardest part, when people came at the end. Also incredibly kind. We had toddler sizes, and we still have a few toddler sizes left. I didn't realize we were going to have that small. And I had one of our employees at Hornet Park has taken a few and I still have a few. So if anybody knows anyone that needs some smaller sizes, we do have hats and gloves, and we're going to talk to Mr. Williams at the high school to see, because I know they're doing a drive as well. But it was really neat, and just as a reminder, this was a donation from Al Rowe Steel, who reached out to us. So there's no credit. They did it. They said, here it is. Do what you need to with it, and that was really nice. So anybody that ever wants to donate things, we will absolutely give it back to the community. And we'll do it in a fun way.
Mr. Garman.
Just to give you the current list of job openings, and actually the MLL teaching assistant, we're in the process of filling that now, so we've kind of whittled that list down to almost nothing, which is great. Want to thank Commercial Service out of Bloomington. If you recall, when we had our grand opening for We Before Me, we recognized pretty quickly that it gets really hot in there with all that equipment, and so talked to Commercial Service out of Bloomington about that. Dr. Hammock helped me with that a little bit, and They donated a Mitsubishi Mini Split to take care of the air conditioning issue there, which was very nice. So we will gratefully accept that donation. And Mr. Gerhardt's working with his guys. They'll get that installed probably in the springtime. We don't need it right now. We were able to go to the University of Indianapolis Education Job Fair and connect with some really good, high-quality teaching candidates. One Mr. Austin and I are going to meet with on Thursday already, so that was a very productive Saturday. And a couple things from food service. Our CACFP application was approved, so we're good for 2025. And I'd referenced to you in a previous meeting about the free and reduced eligibility, that form that changed, that the state issued a new form because we are CEP. And as a result of that, that form is now up and running, and we have, I think we've probably got 400 or 500 applications now because the summer sunbucks are now tied to that application, so that was sent out. We have lots of parents now who have filled that application out, so it's off and going, and we're in good shape. And that's it.
Can I get a motion to approve the employment recommendation as listed?
I'll make that motion.
Tara? Janice? All those in favor? Opposed? And can I get a motion to approve the supplemental personnel update? Beth? Second? Janice? All those in favor?
Aye.
Dr. Ham?
Before we get into our action this evening, I just wanted to pause and just take a moment to celebrate the fact that we are gifted with having Tara, Beth, and April McManus return to our board as a result of last week's election. Board service to me is one of the greatest gifts that you can give to a community, and your willingness for 8 election cycles now, Beth, which is absolutely incredible. Tara, your first campaign and so successful, and certainly April as well. I'm just so grateful for you three. And then we have our new board member who will be replacing Jill. April Rinks in the audience. April, really glad that you're here with us this evening. Congratulations to you. We're really looking forward to working with you and getting you oriented to the board over the next couple of months. So really grateful that you're here tonight. Congratulations to you. And Jill, we will properly celebrate you next month. You're not off the hook until next month. One more meeting, right? And we will celebrate you and thank you for your extraordinary service over the last 8 years as well. So thank you so much. Congratulations. Looking so forward to a bright future with this incredible team of board members. So thank you for that. It is a gift to serve as your superintendent, that is for sure. And another gift is to be able to wrap up such an important process, which is the ratification of our 2024-2025 teacher contract, which is between the Beech Grove City Schools and the Beech Grove Classroom Teachers Association. It is required that we allow for public comment regarding this ratification before we ask for your approval of the same, and would just ask if there is any public comment that needs to be offered for the ratification. Hearing none, we can move along then.
Can I get a motion to approve the 2024-2025 teacher contracts between the city schools and the Classroom Teachers Association? Janice and Beth, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And can I get a motion to approve the district's assumption of 50% of all health insurance premium increase for the classified, certified, and administrative staff for 2025?
I'll make that motion.
Brian?
I'll second.
Tara? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Now can I get a motion to approve the 2024-2025 administrative raises as presented? Beth? Janice? All those in favor?
Aye.
And I need a motion to approve the 2025 classified staff raises as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Brian?
I'll second.
Tara? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And you don't have to speak about that, right? No. So finally, I need a motion to approve to administer the Educational Elements Strategic Planning Student Survey for all students grades 6 through 12.
I can make that motion.
Brian? Beth? All those in favor?
Aye.
Oppose?
Lauren, did they decide not to do the fifth graders?
Yes, we were going to just administer 6 through 12. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that question.
Mr. Gearhart?
So I'll just highlight a couple of things. Things frequently do not happen very fast in construction remodeling, but Ms. Cotter identified a need at South Grove that we filled relatively quickly. It's an ADA compliant restroom right off of one of the classrooms. And I only note that it happened rather quickly because of the relationships that Dale has built with a couple of contractors who not only treat us very well with pricing, but respond to us very quickly. So Atwood Plumbing and electrical specialists, they really take care of us. And we got that in pretty quick. Here at the high school, for years and years and years, the science labs have had the gas shut off, the vent hoods didn't work. We're going to get that gas turned back on after Atwood inspects it, and the vent hoods have been inspected and repaired as needed, and the science teachers seem to be very excited about doing some more traditional type experiments in those classrooms that clearly have not been done for a while. As far as our relationship with the city and St. Francis, we hosted a Walk to Remember cancer awareness over fall break. St. Francis, or Franciscan Alliance, I guess, is always so very thankful to us and appreciative. They use Central and the middle school track as kind of a rally point, and then they do their award ceremony at night. And then finally, they are making huge headway on the trail. Right over here is kind of interesting to watch. Ran into some engineering problems because of the slope, the drop-off. It was really neat to watch them build it back up. There are, I can't tell you how many truckloads of gravel, but there's from the original grade that they got down to level back up to where it is now, there's like 25 feet of gravel for 200 or 300 feet. It's going to be a real addition to our campus. It's beautiful. So that's what I have.
Is that why it came up a little closer to right before our bus barn? I didn't think it was going to come right by that building as close as it is.
So actually, the original plan called for them to take like 4 feet, give or take, of our parking lot this way.
Oh.
So they actually stayed that way further than we thought they were going to. I didn't think they could possibly put it where they put it, but they did. And they've been really good people to work with. It's never convenient to have a project in the middle of, what school, but they have been really conscientious and really good to work with.
All right, well, we're going to bundle and save, so can I get a motion to approve the minutes and claims for October of 2024? Janice?
I'll second.
Tara? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Quotes, bids, and donations. Can I get a motion to approve the donations?
I'll make that motion.
Brian? Beth? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Can I get a motion to approve the fundraisers? Janice?
I'll second.
Tara? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And finally, a motion to approve the field trip.
I'll make said motion.
Tara?
I'll have my motion.
Janice? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I honestly missed the last meeting due to my lovely illness. But we did go through and do the annual review for Dr. Kovach to set him up, and it seemed to have gone fine. We are also working on reworking the machining areas, getting rid of some old equipment, and through some donations, purchasing some new equipment. So we're hoping to hear more about that. They had a work session a week ago to sort of talk about some ins and outs, but once again, still sick. So I hopefully will have more information for us on that at our December meeting.
For the RDC, I was out of town. Ryan attended for me. But I do know that moving forward on that steering committee I spoke about last month, we meet for the first time next Tuesday night.
Is it open to the public? Just curious.
That's a good question. If they want to accomplish anything? No. Sorry. Board member and superintendent success stories.
It's not a success story, it's just a comment that I think we need to make, and that's condolences to the Buckley family and we'll also tell his mother, Katie Buckley. She passed away last week, so I think we should keep our thoughts and prayers with that.
Yeah, Beth, thank you for sharing that. I'm so sorry to hear.
If there's nothing more, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Janice?
Second that.
Brian? All those in favor? Opposed? We're adjourned at 7:13.